Hello, everyone, and welcome back to From the Stands. I'm Jackie Wins, and I'm here again with my co-host for our OU content, Hunter. What's going on today?
How's it going? Oh, at the time of this filming, we had fall ball last night. This is the first battle series, so all feels right in the world. It was really fun to watch that. So it's that time of the year again. We're also still in recruiting season, so we're still waiting for some commits. But there's one commit who already knows where she's going, and it just happens to be OU. She's the number one outfielder in the entire country, and we're so excited to have her. And her name is Finlee Williams. So we're so pumped to have her today.
All right, let's bring her up. How's it going, Finlee?
Hi.
How's it been? Congrats. I mean, it's been a little bit, a couple days now that it's been out, but what does it feel like? How are your emotions?
I think it's just now, I'm just now really realizing, that I'm going to OU. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm really ready.
That's awesome. I mean, it's a big commitment. Doesn't matter where you go, committing to and completing that dream is just one step closer, to your pathway and setting your legacy at OU. Was there any player at all that had any influence on you in terms of, as you saw OU throughout your recruitment, along your way?
Jada Coleman, I wouldn't say grew up with her, but I've known her for a little bit, and our dads are really close. And so if I would have to pick someone specific, it would be definitely Jada.
Firecracker.
Yeah.
That's why this is not a coincidence that I wore Jada's shirt today for this interview, because I knew y'all had that relationship, and I love Jada. I mean, obviously everybody loves Jada. She's great. So it's always great when you can have those kind of influences and those role models throughout this process. Was there any any advice that she gave you? Did you reach out to her at all, as far as the recruitment process, or is there anything that or just in softball in general?
So when I first was making all the visits or whatever, I had texted her and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Jada, guess what? I'm going on a visit to OU." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. If you have any questions, let me know." And then we kind of talked a little bit throughout each step of the way of my whole recruitment process. And then, but at the end of the day, I mean, obviously her favorite was OU, but she really let it be my own decision and everything. So yeah.
One of the really cool things that I like about you and that I've seen, I think, and I don't know how you felt about the recruitment process, but obviously it's a stressful thing. I mean, it's a big deal, for a lot of girls. Others, might be a little bit more exciting, but there's got to be some anxiety and some stress. The one thing that I like about you, that I've seen is just your activity on social media, and just really being a cheerleader for your teammates, for other girls who are going through that. Is that kind of everybody knows, softball is a small world, and, a lot of y'all grow up and playing with each other. So kind of how important is that for you to show that support, for others, whether your teammates or just somebody that you know?
I think it's important because Goose Hutchins, we met off of going to camps and social media. And so that's how we started getting really close. And then I mean, it's always good to cheer on your own teammates. You want to see everybody successful. We all have one goal at the end, right? So I think it's really important to make sure you cheer on literally everybody. So
it's an awesome quality to have, because you're going to see that, especially I like to say, right, on the battlefield, whatever, you're in that season, that NCAA season, especially now that we're in the SEC, is rough. It is rough. By the time that they even get to the Women's College World Series, they're really tired. And so you need each other, and you need that spirit in order to get through that season and be able to get through postseason to the eventual goal, right, of potentially winning a Women's College World Series. So keep that, because that is huge, right? Especially when you're in college, you got academics, you got life, you got softball, you got all that, right? But at the end of the day, it's all about being with your teammates and cheering each other on. So that's awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah. So kind of, just kind of tell us a little bit about that process. Kind of, what was it that maybe you were looking for when you got to OU? Was there a moment that really clicked that you were just kind of yeah, this is where I want to be?
Definitely. So all of us girls, during the visit or whatever, we did this talent show, and it was so fun. And like from the outside looking in, they are all so serious and so focused and so like hard work and driven and all that stuff. And then like you get in and like you get to see their real personalities, and everyone there has such like a big funny personality. And like I feel like I have a very big and loud personality. So like I was like, but I feel like they have the like a good balance of like big fun and loud and like serious wanting to win competitiveness, and like I feel like that's me. So that's when I kind of knew.
Who's the craziest, wildest on the team then? Spill some tea. Give us who's.
I was going to say, I was like, I need to know more.
Oh my gosh, wait. They're all kind of, I would say either Tia Malloy or shoot, Kendall's really funny, or Nelly. Nelly is actually hilarious. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. She was like one of my hosts. Oh my gosh, I loved her so much. Like, oh my gosh, yes.
That's awesome. And it's so funny.
Winner to the top? No, go ahead.
You're good. I just say, like, it's funny because you know, she's like the captain, right? One of the captains. And so like, you know, from the fan side, you know, it's serious, ready to go, you know, things like that. So to hear that she's the funniest is wild to us, because we can see there's like a little bit of clearly of chumminess that they have in them.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome. I'm gonna have to ask more about it. I'm gonna find Nelly and be like, what did you do during that talent show?
How important is like stuff like that? Because like I feel like obviously OU softball has been like at the top for years, and so you know, based on like just social media alone, has probably faced just so much pressure. You know, Patty's talked about it, you know, that winning that 4-peat, that there's just like so much pressure. And, you know, we're carrying like the weight of the softball world essentially and, you know, fans. So how important is it for, you know, just to have those moments of just like fun and just where you're able to like kind of like put softball on the side and just like have those moments with your teammates or future teammates?
Yeah. Well, like you said, like, I feel like family is a big part of it, because earlier when we were talking about the days do get long and they do get hard and you do get really, really tired. I feel like when you have your teammates there to just kind of like have their support and just energy and their just like funness is like a big part of what's going to help you like just get through college, really, like really life in general. So
if there was one thing that, you know, everyone clearly, Patty has a statue. Everyone loves Patty, right? At OU. But everything like about whether it be about Patty or the coaching staff in general, what made you say like, that's who I want to play for?
I really like how like big they are in their faith. I'm a very big like believer in Christ. And so like, I feel like all their girls represent that in some kind of way. So
it's awesome. Yeah, you definitely went to a good place and a place that does reflect that, right? As one of their core values that Patty instills in the program. So awesome.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about too, just like kind of like what are some of your interests? So like I know like if there's ever a time of like maybe, you know, you're doing softball all the time, obviously. If there's ever a time like you just like need to step back, or maybe like you didn't have softball, like what are some things that you like to do that like bring you joy, that you like to do, or just to kind of relax, just to like reset?
Yeah. I really, really like hang out with my friends, like literally doing like we could be doing anything. A lot of people kind of come over to like a lot of my friends, like and my brother's friends, they all come over, and so like we all just have like a little good time. We really, if I'm with my friends, I'm good.
Well, you're also on the field so much, right? And so the fact that like you can break away and have a moment where you can just like be you and be a kid, right? And especially right now, like that's that moment where you can relish in it. So I'm glad that you take that time for yourself. Make sure you keep that because it's important. But that sort of leads me into my next question, is that you do all of this, right? And it's taxing, and there's a lot that goes with it that maybe some other people who are getting ready to do their college search, right, in your grade, they don't even have to take into account, right? So what is your big why, or what are different things that contribute to your why right now?
Like why
you do it all, why you want to do all this, what?
So my mom played college softball, and like a lot of like the people that I look up to play softball, and I found some of like my closest friends through softball, like people that I couldn't even imagine life without. So like some days when it does get hard, I just have to like remind myself, like, I'm doing this for me, yes, but I'm also doing this for the people who have put all this time and energy and money into it for me. So,
and that's huge. And, you know, I say this to each one of the, you know, 27s and the 26s. And I say to them, you know, your why is ever changing. And sometimes in life, you keep the same why, and you add some more, you take some off the table. So it'll be interesting seeing your why develop, you know, as you continue through OU softball and you're in Norman. So we'll be checking in to see, you know, how that's going. But really cool. I love that you've built your foundation and now that's become your why off of that. Great.
Was there ever a time also, I'm just curious, this is what I kind of like wanted to ask some others too, but was there like a time, like what was your first memory of like OU softball? Like was there like a first game or like a first like play or like a first player that was like that like really, I'm sure you like grew up like watching all softball just like in general, but was there like one that you were like, oh, this is like a team that like I could see myself or would love to play for in like in the future?
That's a hard question. I don't know. My first OU memory? Shoot.
It's tough.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. That's like a long time away.
Yeah.
That was like a long time ago. I'm trying to think. Let's see. I don't know. Like, I feel like so actually, I do remember this. So it's not really anything fun, but one time, this was like, I think the third or fourth game I ever went to of like OU, me and one of my best friends, like got OU gear, like from head to toe. We were matching. We got like this OU windbreaker. I don't even know if I still have it. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna look for this, like this.
Definitely.
But we had this OU like windbreaker. We had OU sweats, and at that time it was like COVID, so we had OU like masks. We wore
It's all out.
We wore glasses. It was like, oh my gosh, it was like we were decked out and head to toe, and like it literally came up in my memories like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, that is so weird. Like, oh my gosh, like what is this? Like, but yeah. That just like that pops up in my head. So
you definitely got to find that outfit. And
yeah.
I'll definitely
do it.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Was that in Norman or was that an away game?
No, it was in. Yes, it was in Norman because I got to skip school so that I didn't have to. Yeah.
So what was it like? Now I guess so. It's obviously at Marita Hines. So like, what was it for your first time like seeing Loves, like being going from Marita to Loves and having that experience?
Yeah. I really, really, really like how much Coach Gasso advocates for her girls and like the softball program. I don't know. I just feel like you can tell that she loves the game. She loves the girls through like what she does and like how much she advocates for them. And so that's what I like about it. Like it's really, really, really nice. So.
There's over 2,000 just at the fall ball game there yesterday. So
I know.
Sometimes people don't even have that at a typical series. So.
I know, right?
But you know, what is really interesting is that they're not just clearly there's fans of every age, right? It's not just like, oh, you have some travel ball teams that are going and you know that they pay for a group set of tickets and they go, but you have like people who every age group is there represented, and I think that that's what's so special. Right, about the fact that you can go there and it doesn't matter. Like every type of fan is watching softball and everyone's into it. And it just speaks like it's really hard to replicate that. So the fact that she's able to do it and continue to make the program relevant. Everybody thought there was going to be a little dip after the 4-peat.
Yeah.
Because they were like, well, there's turnovers. Are the same amount of people going to come out? But that's what she's amazing at, right? But she's done that and sort of, you know, as she is already with you, you know, she lays that foundation down of who she is, and it doesn't just stem at the program with the players. It goes all the way to the fans in the stands. So it'll be interesting to sort of see that development. What about JT?
Oh my gosh, I love him so much. I love him, and I love his children. His children are so stinking cute, and they are so funny. Like they're just kids, so they just don't have a filter. They just say whatever, and it's so funny. Like I love them so much. I love them so much.
Baby Gap.
Kids are great.
Yeah.
They will humble you.
Yes, they
from
will.
saying whatever, but it's great. As I've learned with my nieces and nephew, they will humble you. But it's good. And I think that just like goes to show, like, I mean, that's like, I mean, their entire family. It's like softball royalty, like from Jim to DJ, you know, like all of them. And it's just, it's so cool that they've like really grown up as a family within that. So I would assume that was like obviously a huge selling point for you as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as you continue forward, right, you've got a little bit of time and then you'll eventually be a Norman. You know, you obviously that there's a lot of players who've left their legacy, right? Especially as you walk through and you see all the All-Americans and everybody like that. You know, what are you hoping as you like, what's your goal at OU? What are you looking to strive to do?
Really just to like grow as a player. Like I am so excited to learn from like all the girls that have been there, but from Coach Gasso and Coach Rocha and Coach JT. I'm excited to learn and like grow and see what I'm gonna become. Like I'm like craving it. Like I'm so excited for it.
You know what's interesting is like with Rocha, you can see into the ball pen now, right? You know, when they're warming up and things like that, Matt loves, and everyone just. The moment she sits in there, it's like everyone is glued on her. Like there could be somebody throwing and they're watching, right? But they're really looking at Coach Rocha and like everything she's doing, she's like charting, you know, I don't know, doing whatever her stuff is. But the fan base is enamored by Coach Rocha and just of what she, you know, is able to do with so many different types of pitchers, but just also like her methodology, like everybody. Like Patty, JT, and Roach are just so dialed in, but also can be so laid back. It's so interesting. Like, what was there something that surprised you about them at all?
Not really. I mean, like, no, they're like Coach Rocha is very technical, so is Coach JT. So like, I really like how they're all technical because I feel like yes, you go out and play and whatever, but then like there's also a different way to look at everything. And I feel like it's very good to look at stuff like from every single perspective point. So, cause I feel like that helps you be a better athlete. So yeah.
Wow.
I feel like also having like TRA is like a huge thing too. Cause I mean, I feel like, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, she has this like really unique position of like where, yeah, she's a coach and she's probably giving like instruction, but it wasn't long ago that she was a player as well. And she was, you know, in all of this and she was part of this historic four-peat and she was playing under Patty and, you know, Rocha. And so just kind of curious, like have, you know, what kind of advice that she gives you? Are you able to like lean on her, like as both like a former player and as like a current coach?
Yes, so she wasn't there too much because she was doing the home run derby. But I did get to see her like I think it was the day before we left. And I don't know, she's just such a people person. Like she came up and gave me a really big hug and was like just kind of talking to me about like everything. And I feel like she's a very personable person and like I really like that. So yeah.
I mean, if she's anything like her dad, you know, he is just such a nice person and always loving and welcoming. So,
yes.
You know, and it stems clearly, you know, from the family and so on. But man, she continues to make them proud, and especially Team USA. So it's wild. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move to our last two segments, my favorite parts of the entire show. And the first one that we're gonna do is 2 truths and 1 lie. And if you are watching this and you haven't seen the videos where we started this, she's going to give us 2 truths and 1 lie, and we are going to guess which one is the lie out of her 3. She's gonna hide the lie within it. All right. So Finlee, do not make any movement or anything when we're guessing. Let us both lock it in, and then we'll see who wins.
Okay. So my first one is I have 1 brother. My second one is I have a brother and a younger sister. And then my third one is I like to go shopping.
Oh. I think you like to go shopping.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Nah, you like to go shopping. Well, yeah, because I'm going to go with either the 1 brother or the brother and a sister. But technically,
I'm going to go with the brother and the sister is the lie.
You mentioned earlier in the show brothers, but you never mentioned sisters. So I'm going to go with brother and sister too. Tell us, Finley.
It is that one.
Yes! Dondra, how are you staying undefeated? I can't.
3 for 3.
I can't.
3 for 3.
So do you have One brother, or do you have more than one?
No, I just have one brother.
Oh, so it's just the two of you?
Yes,
Are you the baby, or is he the baby? I'm sorry.
He's older. He's 18. I'm 16.
So you're the baby and the girl. That's me too.
Yes.
Oh, are they ready for you to leave? Are they a little bittersweet? Or
My brother, I think he shows that he doesn't care, but I know deep down inside.
Yeah, that's it.
Is he one of those that's like sheds a tear in a corner, like doesn't like want you to like see the emotions and like
nonchalant. Like he's the most nonchalant of the nonchalant. Like oh my gosh, he is so. No, he does not show emotion. He does not have any feelings. He's just like, okay, like.
But those are the ones like deep down that like feel the most. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I love it. Listen, he better be in the stands.
Oh, he will. He is my biggest supporter. Like I would say he's probably like my number one. Like,
oh, I love that. Older brothers are always awesome.
Yeah,
my brother, he's my number one fan forever. Yeah. You know. All right, next one off the tee. All right, for those listening on in, every month we typically ask 1 or 2 questions to anybody who's on the show. And this one we started in our last video. So Finlee, if you had to describe yourself by using one emoji, what emoji would you use?
The emoji that's like crazy and it's like, but like the
eye. I love that because like the moment you said it, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. So do you think that you carry this like fun type of attitude, things like that into the game? Like,
yes, most definitely.
That's awesome. Oh man, I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite questions. All right, everybody. So first off, Finlee, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you're taking time out of your weekend right now. Everybody, if you don't know, we're recording on a Saturday. Also, go Sooners for football later on today. But you know, I get it. And so thank you for joining us and giving the fans just a little bit of who you are and opening that window.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I had fun. It was fun.
We're so excited for you and like we're so pumped to have you and like it's been so fun getting to know you and like you just have like this like infectious personality and I know you're going to be like a fan favorite once you're on campus. So we're really, really excited for you and we cannot wait for you to join.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, everybody. It's the way that we always end each and every show with our salute. So I love it when it's an OU player because I get to do my own home fan base real nice, loud, and proud. All right, everybody. Ready? Boomer!
Sooner!
Hey, thanks, everybody. Join us next time from the stand.